AI video generation is here, and with it comes huge new opportunities to make money in the AI space. In this video, I'll be highlighting 6 unique ways that you can make money with OpenAI SORA so that you can leverage this new and exciting technology before the rest of the world catches on. However, while it's clear that SORA and other AI video generation platforms will change the world we live in drastically, it isn't entirely clear how people like you and I can use this insanely powerful new technology to make money online. Outside of the obvious uses like stock footage, I haven't really seen anyone think outside the box and identify clear and tangible ways to create value with SORA. So in this video, I'll be sharing 6 unique ways to make money with SORA that I've identified that will get you thinking about this new opportunity in the right way. If you're new to the channel and don't know who I am, my name is Ottley and I run my own AI development company, Morningside AI, and I also run the largest community of AI agency owners in the world, where my students learn how to make money by selling AI solutions to businesses, just like the ideas I'm about to share with you today. The ideas that I'm sharing today are what I would be looking at getting into if I didn't already have my hands full with my existing businesses, so these ones are all yours. Let's get started. So what is SORA? SORA, S-O-R-A, is a revolutionary AI model by OpenAI that can create super realistic videos up to a minute long from just text input. SORA is able to render videos in different aspect ratios and either create from a text prompt where you describe what you want to see, or from a starting image that gets brought to life. It's worth noting that SORA isn't available to the public yet, and is likely going to remain closed until further notice. For me, this feels like a huge moment for the AI industry this year, and it's why we're looking at opportunities to make money with it today. If you've ever played around with other AI video generation models, you know that what we have with SORA is a massive leap forward compared to what we had, which is why it's so important to talk about today, and the fact that it's come from OpenAI, the company that is really leading the charge with a lot of the AI stuff that the whole world is using. It is so important for us to take a closer look at what opportunities we have to make money with this now and in the future. Method number 1 is selling prompts to businesses. From what we've seen with Midjourney, DALL-E, Runway, and other text-to-image or text-to-video tools, getting the final output right can be very difficult, and just like with prompting ChatGPT, you can start to sell these prompts to businesses. If you remember back to this time last year, some of the first ways people were making money with AI was selling ChatGPT prompts and putting them on these prompt selling websites and things like that. The same thing happened with the image generation models, and sure enough, the same thing will happen with these video generation models. Getting a video to look great using SORA can take many forms of iterating and refining your prompts, and if you're able to, say, niche this down to a specific use case, like I will make product demonstration videos, or I will make cinematic drone shots, and if you're able to specialize in different areas and say, this is a set of prompts that will allow you to make this kind of content very well, then there'll be some kind of audience or customers who'll be interested in paying you for that prompt that allows you to generate that specific type of content. Secondly, we have lifestyle content generation. Instead of having to travel all over the world, soon you'll be able to inject yourself as a character into the scene and generate all these insane lifestyle clips that people need for their personal branding and things like this. I've known some guys who've literally taken months off work and spend tens of thousands of dollars to go to exotic locations and live this lavish lifestyle and capture it all on video so that they can then reuse that in their personal branding and their short form content and things like that to drive money to the business and to make themselves look good online. And so if you think about the ROI for you to be able to generate this for them, the time, they don't have to spend months away from their business, or at least a couple weeks. They don't have to spend all this money on travel. They don't have to spend money on videographers either. So by creating this kind of content, you are saving them the time, the money, and the effort of having to go out there and get all these clips themselves. So therefore, when you compare this to stock footage, the ROI of this lifestyle content with the person in it compared to generating some stock footage with SORA, it is very clear that they're two very different things and two very different values assigned to each. I think if you are looking to make money with SORA, this is very important to keep in mind, which is how can I pick a type of content that I can create that has a lot more value attached to it. Thirdly, we have creating a course for editors or content creators. Creating courses and teaching people how to get the most out of SORA to integrate it into their videos is a fantastic opportunity as well. I figured this one out for my editor, Sean, who, as soon as SORA came out, he texted me saying, man, this thing is going to be the game changer for our B-roll, and making his creative process of filling in these videos and making them look pretty far easier, because instead of having to go and dig through all these stock footage sites and trying to find the ones that match the right scene, he can just go over and type the scene that he's looking for, get it generated, and throw it into the video. So while selling that kind of thing to businesses and generating the stock footage and selling it to people may not be a great opportunity, as I mentioned before, because it's not super high value content in particular, but there is definitely going to be an opportunity for creating some kind of educational product that teaches editors and creators how to adopt this into their workflow and how to get the most out of it, really. Instead of them having to figure it all out for themselves, you can create an educational product that says, hey, look, if you're looking to create these kind of stock footage, or you're looking to create these, here are some great starter prompts that you can do it. Essentially, you'd be teaching them the basics on how to use it, and then you might throw in some prompts that you've written that have been particularly well for certain types of content. Before we get into number 4, if you are enjoying the video, please hit down below and leave a like. While you're down there, if you like AI business content and how to make money with AI and make the most of this opportunity, that's all we talk about here on this channel. So if you want to stay in the loop for more of that, you can subscribe down below and leave a comment if you have any other ideas that we haven't touched on in this video at the end. Number 4 is house tour generation videos. Now this one might be a little far out, but I thought I'd put it in here just to show you what kind of use cases may appear in the near future as these things become publicly available and they put some kind of improvements that allow you to control the video generation a little bit more. In order to sell a house, you of course need some photos of it. And if you really want to sell a house, having a really nice video of that house that makes it look great, the lighting's good, this kind of thing can be quite expensive for a realtor to get in, and also quite a time-consuming process as well. So if you can somehow streamline that process of using Sora and maybe taking in a couple photos, you get the realtor to go through and take snap, all of the photos of the interior and even potentially the exterior and get a Sora created drone shot. These kind of things are massive value adds for the business, and if you can help them to sell a house faster, there's a very clear ROI for them there. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take for us to get there, but these kind of use cases where you pick a specific area and say, look, we're going to generate great video content for realtors to sell their houses. That, in my opinion, would be a great way to leverage Sora and its video generation capabilities. Number 5 is to create a course for marketing agency owners. Going back to the education opportunity again, if you were to create a course for marketing agency owners or their team members on how they can generate massive amounts of variations of ads by teaching them quickly how to create high quality ad creative variations, you are providing a direct ROI to the business in the form of the more creatives that they're able to test on something like Facebook ads or Meta ads, typically the more money they'll be able to make on the platform. And of course, instead of doing the education side of things and educating agency owners on how to do this internally, you could create a content agency and sell the service out to marketing agencies or people who are using creatives and video for marketing. And finally, AI personas on roids. An AI persona is when you can take a bunch of information on a certain person. Say, for example, you took 10 of my top YouTube videos and took the transcripts, you put them into a knowledge base and made that available to a chatbot or an agent. But then you give it some prompting that also tells it you are Liam Ottley. You will be given stuff from my YouTube channel, transcript chunks, etc. Use that information to reply to user queries in the tone of Liam Ottley and blah, 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 blah. So essentially creating an AI clone of someone, that is what an AI persona is. I've talked about it before on my channel. These AI personas are actually pretty easy to create if you use something like my platform Agentive. So if you want to try that out, there'll be a link in the description. But AI personas are typically text-based. You'll text back and forth and say, hey Liam, how do I do this? And it will reply using the knowledge base to the query. Some people put voices on them where you can send a message and it will send a voice note back. And now with Sora, once we're able to get access to it, not only will you be able to generate the words that this person should say what my AI clone of myself should say to your question, you can say it in my voice using something like a 11 Labs voice generator. You can also now generate me talking and saying something using things like Sora. Imagine getting a little clip from Homozy or something, and he's giving you a breakdown on how to attack a sales team issue. And it's not just his voice, it's not just him talking from all of his book content, it's also a video of him, like you're getting a cameo from him. If you've heard of Cameo, you can go on and ask a celebrity, you pay them $100, and they'll give you a video back, like hyping you up or giving you some advice or something. So this kind of system would essentially be Cameo, but available at all times, and you could create it for coaches or internet personalities or whoever you want and sell those systems to them. There's some pros, cons, and my thoughts. Pros, of course, there are huge creative opportunities, and this tech unlocks for filmmakers, content creators, and digital artists. I'm personally going to be using it a lot in my videos to help B-roll and appropriate scenes. I don't think we fully understand just how much this is going to change our world. There is huge implications for this throughout the economy. I'm honestly still on the fence a little bit about this. I don't know how I feel about our movies or TV shows becoming AI generated or anything like that. Or watching YouTubers. Imagine I eventually become an AI and you're just watching a video generated of me and I haven't had to sit here and film this thing. So I'm not too sure how I feel about it, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of ways to make money with it, but I would expect OpenAI to be very careful in the rollout of this. Things like if you're able to generate a video of someone else without proper consent for that and make them say things like making deepfakes on it, I think they're going to have very strict things about, do you have consent, prove that you have consent to be able to generate a video of this person. So I'm not sure how that's all going to work. There's going to be some very tight guardrails, I'd assume. And based on what OpenAI has done previously with ChatGPT, as they seem to do a pretty good job. So on the safety side, I'm not too worried about OpenAI's rollout of this. I think they will be very careful with it. In this current version, OpenAI has said that it does struggle with things like physics and real movement and lacking motion consistency and things like this. Also, it's got the typical issues of hands and fingers and the human body having issues with getting those details right. So there's still things to be done. I think for many use cases that doesn't really matter too much. I mean, if it's a drone shot of a beach, there's no fingers to mess up in that. So I think it's just going to come down to certain use cases, like if you're trying to copy me and replace me as a content creator, you're going to have a hard time, because if I'm doing this all the time, it's pretty hard to replace that. But on the whole, I'm just happy that we have another one of these incredible tools right at our fingertips. Not only do we have the entire world's information at our fingertips via ChatGPT, we now have a whole film studio and videography team and drone pilot. Everything you can imagine is now at our fingertips here on a computer. So if this isn't a great time to be alive, I don't know what is. And I hope you guys all found these ideas stimulating, give you some ideas, maybe think outside the box. I want to throw a couple of curveballs in there that makes you think about, there's not just a direct one of how can I sell this video, but maybe I can educate people on this. There's whole markets of people who are going to need to adopt this stuff. Why don't I try to learn it and teach them how to do it? Like, think outside the box, guys. There's so much opportunity here. But that's all for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe down below if you're looking for more AI business content like this, how to make money with AI. That's all we talk about here on the channel. And of course, if you've enjoyed the video, please hit down and leave a like. That would really support me in making these videos. Leave a comment down below if you have any other interesting ways that you can make money with Sora. And let me know if there's any other videos you'd like to see me make in the future. If you're interested in starting an AI business in 2024, you can watch my complete guide that's over an hour and a half here that I released recently. But aside from that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.